Hello friends, how are you? So today we are going to do a fun activity that has been taken from your book Marigold Class 4 NCERT from the poem Hiawatha. What's the name of the poem? Hiawatha. So Hiawatha was a poem about a red Indian boy who lived in a wigwam, and he could talk to all the animals and the birds. And this poem has been taken from your book. And to get to the activity that we are going to do today, you have to turn to page number 94. So let's see what do we have to do there. Reading is fun. So in this section of the activity, we have been given with 4 questions, and 4 different questions are given to us, and we have to answer these questions. All these questions are based on the poem that we read, and the title of the poem was Hiawatha. So let's go to the question one by one and give their answers. So the first question is, who was Hiawatha? And the second question is, who was Nokomis? So to get to the answer of this question, we have to read this paragraph, this introductory paragraph that has been given in your book at page number 92. So if we read this paragraph, it says, Hiawatha was a young red Indian boy. He lived with his old grandmother Nokomis in a wigwam. Nokomis taught Hiawatha about the wonders around them. She told him about the stars, the trees, the insects, the birds, the animals, and many other things. Hiawatha grew up to love them all. He could talk to the birds and the animals, and they to him. So this is the introduction of the poem, and from this introduction we can easily answer these 2 questions, that is, who was Hiawatha? So if we go to the first line, we know that Hiawatha was a young red Indian boy, and that is our answer. Hiawatha was a young red Indian boy. If you want to add more sentences, you can write that he could talk to the birds and animals, and they could talk to him. Hiawatha loved every animal. You can add all these description about Hiawatha in your answer. For now, let's move on to the second question, that is, who was Nokomis? So from this paragraph only we can answer this question, that is, Nokomis was Hiawatha's grandmother. So Nokomis was Hiawatha's old grandmother. So you can also add many descriptions of Nokomis, that Nokomis was the one who taught Hiawatha about the wonders around them. She told him about the stars, the trees, the insects, the birds, the animals, and many other things. So you can add this description to your answer as well. So let's move on to the third question, that is, what did he learn about birds? And to get to this answer, you have to read the first stanza of the poem. That is, let us read and we'll get to know the answers very easily. Then the little Hiawatha learned of every bird its language, learned their names and all their secrets, how they built their nest in summer, where they hid themselves in winter, talked with them whenever he met them, called them Hiawatha's chickens. So from this paragraph we know what things Hiawatha learned about birds, and what were they? He learned the language of all the birds, their names and all their secrets, how they build their nest in summer, where they hide themselves during winters, etc. And what did Hiawatha call birds? He called them Hiawatha's chickens. Hiawatha's chickens. So this was the answer, and we get this answer from the poem itself. And now let's move on to the last question, that is, what secrets did he learn about beasts? So who were beasts? To get to this answer to this question, what do we have to do? We have to read the second stanza of the poem. So let us read the second stanza. Of all beasts he learned the language, learned their names and all their secrets, how the beavers built their lodges, where the squirrels hid their acorns, how the reindeer ran so swiftly, why the rabbit was so timid, talked with them whenever he met them, called them Hiawatha's brothers. So these are the things that Hiawatha learned about the beast. Let us write it in the form of sentences. He learned the language of all the beasts. He learned how the beavers built their lodges, where the squirrels hide their corns, how the reindeer run so swiftly, and why the rabbit is so timid. So all these secrets were told to Hiawatha by the animals themselves. And who are beasts? Beasts are all the animals, all the wild animals that we consider wild. And all those animals were so soft towards Hiawatha because Hiawatha himself was very caring towards them. And what did Hiawatha referred them as? He referred all the animals as Hiawatha's brothers. So these were the 4 questions that were taken from your book and all the answers we have discussed. We'll meet next time with another fun activity, poem or story. Until then, bye-bye.